one of the other great things about working with Wes as a film appreciator yourself is he had like a table out that was available to all people working on the movie that was DVDs that were references or touchstones, and it was a little library system. You could check it out.
What?
Yeah, and you could rent movies.
I don't know, maybe Pulp Fiction could be a good B-side.
High School Musical.
Give me something from the 50s.
Rear Window was a big one.
Oh, yeah.
That was on that table.
Okay, I'm picturing.
Watching.
The windows.
Yeah, watching, observing.
Streetcar Named Desire. Marlon Brando, and then something about the heat and it felt visceral. It just took me to another world, and a world where things were difficult and animalistic and complicated, but ultimately passionate.
12 Angry Men. He actually sent me that DVD.
Is that right?
Yeah, because we were a little group, and I think he wanted that feeling. Like he's like, there's a connection between Roger Cho and Hope and Liev and these men who are trying to come up with a verdict.
In many ways, sorry, Wes, there's something about movies, about making movies, that does it for me. And a movie about kids being in a school play did it for me. Like, I loved the offstage relationships and the onstage, and like imagining myself in that circumstance in real life, and then imagining myself in a movie about doing that. Like, there's just something, maybe it's because I've literally grown up my entire life in this world, that movies about movies are my favorite movies. And so.
So meta.
So meta, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm thinking Rushmore, because now you're seeing Jason Schwartzman in that role, that's so many years ago. And Wes is also playing around with the theatrical form in that movie as well. So there's kind of an evolution of this concept that he's still working through and playing with.
I think Quentin Tarantino is a good, interesting B-side for Wes. There is something about that troupe that he uses. There's something about the genre kind of bending. Is that weird?
No, that's great.
Both ensemble based.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It makes a ton of sense.
Go back and watch Citizen Kane. Go back and watch something from, an earlier era, from that bygone era that I think Wes is celebrating in this film, celebrating and meditating on an Americana that is vintage and analog, but may have elements that are even more advanced than some of what we consume now.